Now we'll be starting the technical session 2, Opportunities for MSMEs in Defense. To chair this session, may I call upon former Air Chief Marshal, Shri Arup Rahaji, to kindly come on this dais. May I now call upon Shri Arjun Kumar, Associate Director and Scientist, DRDO Headquarters. Shri Kumar will be joining us shortly. May I call upon Mr. M. Mahendran, Senior Manager, Vendor Development, Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited. Dr. Arijit Banerjee, Director, Ramasys RPL. Shri Ajud Kumar is here, he will be joining us. Yeah. Shri Raha, if you could kindly take on the proceedings. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first post-lunch session, so obviously the challenges are more than opportunities here. But we'll try and revive the tempo of the morning sessions. It's a difficult job, post-lunch. Our subject, of course, is known to you all. Opportunities for MSMEs in defense. It means defense sector, defense production, and activities with military-industrial complex, be it manufacturing and procurement of a weapon platform, warships, fighter aircraft, helicopters, military transport aircraft, tanks, guns, missiles, everything. The weapon systems, as also equipment, spares, its maintenance, repair and overhaul, and a host of other services. So the MSMEs are not going to be involved in directly fighting like the armed forces do in protecting the sovereignty of the nation, be it the land frontiers, aerospace frontiers, or maritime boundaries. But definitely, MSMEs play a very important role in supporting the activities of the military-industrial complex. In fact, their role is as big and as much as the DPSUs and DRDO laboratories, if not more. So we have basically three speakers with us, very esteemed and distinguished people with domain knowledge. Each speaker will have about 10 minutes to address the audience, either addressing or covering through a presentation, whichever they prefer. At the end of it, we'll have 10 minutes of question answer. I'll expect that the audience will ask at least one question, if not more, to each of the panelists here. The first panelist on my right is an esteemed scientist, grade F of DRDO headquarters in Delhi, Sri Arjun Kumar, Associate Director. You know, DRDO has more than 40 laboratories all across the country. Their task and objective when they were formed many years back by visionary leaders of India, they were tasked to carry out research and develop critical technologies needed by the defense forces, shape them, and then give it to the DPSUs, Defense Public Sector Undertakings, to manufacture equipment, weapon platforms, etc., for the armed forces use. That means enhancing India's armed forces warfighting capability. So the DRDO and its labs, which are spread all over the country, do very important work. But more importantly, they outsource a lot of work to the MSMEs, wherever they are. So I think we'll get a nice picture from Shri Arjun Kumar about the activities of the MSMEs in fulfilling the outsourced work for the DRDO labs. We also have Shri M. Mahendran, Senior Manager, undertaking the vendor development of GRAC, Garden Reach Shipbuilding Enterprise here in our own Kolkata. A very famous shipbuilder, has been revived in recent past and is doing exceptionally well. They produce large number of warships, seagoing vessels, and are being supplied to the Indian Navy, Indian Coast Guard, and to many friendly foreign countries, especially in this region, South Asia and Southeast Asia. So they have a very important role to play. And since Mr. Mahendran is dealing with vendor development, he is going to give us a lot of inputs about their requirements, wherein they outsource a lot of work to the MSMEs, the quality control, the needs, and the tasks that they have outlined for the MSMEs. So his input is going to be extremely important for the people who are here, especially who are representing MSMEs in Bengal and Eastern region. We also have MSME representative here, Dr. Arijit Banerjee. He is the director of RPL, Rameses. What does PL stand for? Okay. So they are into building, bio toilets. And I think with Swachh Bharat program that the current government has launched to improve hygiene and sanitation of the people all across, especially in the rural areas, etc. So his program, his products are extremely important. And he has a lot of experience in working with the armed forces, the military industrial complex, in providing solutions as far as bio-toilets are concerned. You all know that the armed forces, especially the army, is deployed in very, very difficult terrain, be it the Siachen Glacier, which is the highest battlefield in the world at a height of about 16 to 22,000 feet, or Daulat Beg Oldie, where the Air Force is also deployed now as part of the highest airfield in the world, where landing and takeoff itself is a huge challenge. So he and his enterprise is doing a lot of work with the armed forces. I'm sure he'll be able to enlighten us about the scope that the MSMEs have in getting involved with the MICs, that is military industrial complex of India, as also he will highlight the opportunities, good work being done by the MSMEs, the success stories, and of course the challenges as well. So before I start, I would like to, from my experience, having been at the top of the ladder in the armed forces, working with the Ministry of Defense, with bureaucrats and others and other ministries, I have a few points about the opportunities and the challenges that the MSMEs face today and will be facing in the future as well. Now, firstly, opportunities. There are many of them. Make in India, Atmanirbharta, is being taken up very seriously by the government. Not that it didn't exist earlier. It did right from the beginning of our after independence, but it is taking concrete shape now. So in that, the defense procurement policy, wherein the armed forces and the MOD gets involved in procurement of weapon system, equipment, and other services for the armed forces warfighting capability, this DPP, Defense Procurement Policy, has been upgraded, revised, tweaked continuously to transform the environment so that the environment is very friendly for our own private players, be it MSMEs or large private vendors. That is one. Second is that in a collaboration, the government is encouraging collaboration in the form of PPP, private-public partnership, as well as SP, strategic partnership, wherein OEMs, that is foreign manufacturers, are involved, because we still continue to buy a large number of high-value, high-tech equipment from OEMs from abroad, and that dependency has to be removed as soon as possible. So our industry, or industrialists, I would say, private players, as well as MSMEs, are getting into this collaboration of PPP and SP models. And there is a huge scope for MSMEs to work in that environment. Next is the offset policy. The government has got an offset policy wherein large ticket contracts for equipment, which costs billions of dollars, there is a policy to have 30% of the large amount of the contract to be reinvested in India, so that our Indian partners, MSMEs, large industrialists, and private players get to serve and get hold of technologies and provide spares, services, whatever it is, so that our industries also flourish. There is a lot of work for us, as also opportunity to obtain transfer of technology and develop our capabilities in terms of indigenous capability. Next is that FDI, 100% FDI has been permitted by the government in the defense sector, which is a taboo before because of some misconceptions. And the government has allowed export of equipment, military equipment abroad, especially to friendly countries, and that will give a tremendous boost to the military industrial complexes capacities going up, and wherein the MSMEs and the private sector players will play a very important role. Next point is about, defense production corridors. You all know that 2 defense production corridors are being set up, and a lot of work has gone in already. 7,000 crores are being invested. One is coming up in close to Chennai, that is Tamil Nadu, and other is in UP. Unfortunately, eastern region of the country and West Bengal do not feature in that map, mainly because of political considerations, I feel. I think we need to have an RM from this region to have a corridor of defense production in this region as well. So these are the issues. MRO is another issue, which stands for maintenance, repair, and overhaul. Give an example. 2 of the civil airlines, private airlines in India, are purchasing 500 aircraft each from Boeing and Airbus. These are the 2 renowned aircraft producing manufacturing companies. One is in US and the other is a kind of, I think, France and an European consortium. But can you imagine buying 1,000 aircraft over the next 5 years costing billions of dollars, going into a few hundred billions? We don't have the capacity to build them. I think we should make an effort. But more importantly, the MRO, maintenance, repair, and overhaul of these aircraft, which has a life of more than 3 decades, is going to be very, very humongous. And the funds that will be invested is very large. So that is where in MRO, these facilities are going to be set up in India for whatever we purchase from abroad. And the government is trying to achieve that. And therein, the private sector, the large industrialists, as well as MSMEs will play a very important role. So the opportunities are plenty Only thing is taking some time to fructify. And wherever we have the DRDO labs, the DPSUs, the armed forces repair MRO units, you'll find there's a huge hub of ancillary industries, because these ancillary industries actually consist of MSMEs, 90% of them. And they play a very important role in sustaining the activities of the DRDO laboratories, the Defense Forces MRO facilities, as also DPSU's activities. So the opportunities are many. I'll just highlight a few challenges. First is technology. Armed forces deal in state-of-the-art technologies, so you have to be abreast of the latest technology. The technology gets obsolete very quickly, so you have to upgrade continuously. Second is specialization. You require skilled manpower, professionals to do your job. And the quality control is extremely high. So that is another challenge to be met by the MSMEs when they get into the defense production sector. And of course, you need to have long-term commitment, funding, as also passion to work with the defense forces and in defense production in the MICs. So with that, I'll now request our first speaker, Sri Arjun Kumar, to kindly deal with the subject, maybe make his presentation. 10 minutes.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair and Moderator, Retired Air Chief Marshal Sir. I'm very much privileged sitting next to you. Always in all the big meetings I have seen you for chairing, but it is indeed my pleasure and privilege. So thank you very much, audience. I think morning I have given one presentation. I'll just speak on that, but we have a very short video on one of our scheme. Can I run the DRDO movie, please?
DRDO video?
Yeah. So once you just see the video, then I'll speak what kind of a opportunity is available for the MSMEs and startups with the new government initiative as a policy reform. Morning I have spoken around technology development fund scheme. In the Ministry of Defense, I told you there are a few departments which are working, like Department of Defense, where all TRI services are there. Then there is a DRDO, Defense R&D Organization. Then there is a DESW, Department of Ex-Servicemen and Welfare. And very recently, in the year 20, one new department, which is called Department of Military Affairs, which has already been created and headed by the CDS, Chief of the Defense Staff. And this particular department is basically doing a lot of good job, the jointness, the efficiency among the three services and all. So it is important. And this is the department which is responsible for bringing the import embargo list for the nation, so that the defense industries can build up the technology surrounding to that particular defense expertise. Can I have, please?
The Government of India had announced the setting up of a Technology Development Fund (TDS) scheme in the Union Budget. This is aimed at thereby creating an ecosystem for enhancing cutting-edge technology capabilities for defense applications. The TDF scheme of Ministry of Defense is being implemented and executed by Defense Research and Development Organization (DRDO) as part of the Make in India initiative. TDF is seeking to create a bridge that connects the armed forces, academia, research organizations with private sector entities, mainly the MSMEs and startups. In addition to enhancing the capabilities, it is providing key boost to collaborative research and development. This is crucial for the overall capacity building and competitiveness of the industry. DRDO's vast experience and know-how in the space also lends credence to the belief that for industries such as the defense and aerospace sectors, Funding is but one element. You need to succeed. This is precisely why the TDF assists the applicants and associated programs with not just grants, but also the vast technical expertise garnered, honed and polished over a period of 6 decades. End-use assistance, intellectual property matters of creating their end product. TDF also provide them testing facilities to map how far they have come and the journey they must traverse in order to deliver the required end product. In June 2022, Honorable Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh approved the enhancement of fund under Technology Development Fund scheme of Ministry of Defence to Rs 50 crore per project from Rs 10 crore. The funding is provided through provision of grants in aid to industry up to 90% of project cost that may work in collaboration with the academia or research institutions. With the enhanced funding, the industry and startups will be able to develop more complex technologies for existing and future weapon systems and platforms. Further, to specifically boost the defense startup ecosystem in the country, the Directorate of TDF executes the Dare to Dream Innovation Contest. Dare to Dream is aimed at unearthing disruptive ideas and concepts in emerging technologies identified by DRDO for enhancing defense capabilities. It encourages individuals and startups to innovate following the clarion call for Atmanirbhar Bharat by the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. The winners of Dare to Dream are considered for further funding under TDF to realize their ideal into prototype. Technology Development Fund invites industry, innovators, academia and experts to participate.
So this is one of the unique scheme actually, I would say. In the morning session also, when I had given a presentation, I told you that for the different industries and opportunities for startups and MSME, there are more than 45 schemes are available onto the Startup India BAP portal. So everybody should go, first of all, Startup India BAP portal, which is launched by the central government, and then have a look of all the schemes. If specifically I will talk about the Ministry of Defence scheme, there are the 2 schemes. One is called the Innovation in Defence Excellence, which is being operated by Department of Defence Production. And the second is the Technology Development Fund scheme, which we are executing from the DRDO. What is the difference? The IDEX scheme basically is specifically for the startups and the theme-based challenged, and where they are giving the funding of around 3 crores rupees, where 1.5 crore the government will support, 1.5 crore you have to put from your pocket. Now the IDEX also brought the enhancement of the funding, where they are told the IDEX Prime, where they have converted it into a 10 crore projects. So 10 crore the government will support and 10 crore you have to put. Whereas in the TDF, what exactly, first of all, this is for the self-reliance. It is not for the bigger platforms, but now the scheme has enhanced to 50 crores, so we can take the project requirement for the bigger platforms and complex problems also. But till date, we have awarded the projects up to 10 crore only, and there is a lot of success under the projects we have achieved. And for the Air Force, the Honorable Sir has given many requirements for the development of the technology from the Indian Air Force side. From the Indian Air Force, we have developed the avionics video processing switching module for the ARINC 818 for the Su-30 modulation and the upgradation. We have developed the smart multifunctional display for the conversion of analog to digital video. We are doing an indigenization of various LCA, AMCA, the components. We are doing a lot of projects for the Indian Navy and the Indian Army. From 5 stakeholders, we are taking the project, like the Tri-Services, DRDO and DPSU. And then finally, we are identifying the industries through RFI. Industries only can register and take up the project. If they want, they can have an association with other industry, or if they want, they can have an association with the academic partner also, where 90% fund under the TDF will be provided by the DRDO and 10% the industry has to put. Out of this 90%, if you want the academic help or academic association, then total project cost 40% you can give to your academic institutions. So that is also the facility available. Why this particular scheme is important? Because it is focusing onto the industries and taking the talent of the industry within the country itself. We have a lot of startups. Since starting from the 2014, if you see, there is continuous the formation or the talent pool is there available who is registering as a startup. From 471 startup from the 2014, we have 99,380 the startups and more than 100 unicorns in the country. We have one more scheme in the DRDO, or I would say in the MOD. It's called Dare to Dream scheme. Dare to Dream, theme-based scheme. We are selecting the individual innovators or the startups, and then we are giving them a funding support up to 1 crore rupees to bring the technology readiness level to the next higher level, where they can get the support from the DRDO scientist. Why this scheme is unique? Because it is mostly focusing on a funding as well as the technical hand-holding and the facility from the DRDO side, so that industry can have the consortium of all the stakeholders and they can develop the technology. I would give you the few examples and few success stories. That morning also I told, we have developed a very important, the nuclear emergency drug first time in the country, which is called a Prussian blue drug. We have developed the Joule Thomson self-regulating GT coolers. We have developed the 3 category of the drones for the high altitude area, the 20 kg payload carrying drones. We have developed the MiG-29K AI ML based predictive maintenance, health usage and monitoring system for enhancing the aircraft serviceability. And this particular AI ML software may be utilized for all other aircrafts also. And very recently, before coming to Kolkata, I have written an email to all the chiefs as well as HAL and the DG ADA and the DG Aero to utilize this particular technology. Whenever the industries are getting the chance, they are getting the overall export potential possibility also under this scheme.
Mr. Kumar, could you kindly inform the audience here, what is the engagement that you have with the MSMEs in terms of outsourcing work? You already mentioned about startups and funding, etc., for various projects by companies or people who are interested in development of technologies, etc. But in terms of number of MSMEs who you engage, to whom you outsource work, just briefly.
Yeah. What I would like to convey to you, that DRDO is engaging the MSMEs or the industry in 2 or 3 different ways. The very first thing that DRDO is developing the technology by its R&D laboratories, and then we are doing a technology transfer, TOTs, which is called technology transfer. There is a separate directorate in the DRDO headquarters, which is called Directorate of Industry Interface Technology Management. So where you will, whenever they are giving a expression of interest, you can register yourself and then you can take the transfer of the technology from the DRDO and you can then make the product out of it. This is the one thing. The second is, now the DRDO has started the DCPP model, which is called the Development Cum Production Partner. That means as and when the DRDO will get a project, then they will try to identify a development cum production partner, so that at the later phase they will not get the different scenario that who will be the development partner for the technology. So the DCPP model is also there, and which is being uploaded onto the DAPPROC, Defense Procurement, the BAP portal. The third, we are engaging through Technology Development Fund, where we are giving direct project to the startups and MSME. You have to register on the TDF BAP portal, and whenever there is a requirement uploaded there, you have to apply and you submit your proposal. We will evaluate your technology or your proposal in terms of a technology orientation, and then we will select you. And then you will get the almost 90% fund of the total project cost.
So in case any of the entrepreneurs, MSMEs are keen to do work with the DRDO, then the DRDO website is adequate?
Yeah,
They have all the information for
yeah,
them to
DRDO
look into it?
website is quite adequate. It is drdo.gov.in. If you go there, definitely you will get the linkage to from the other web portals also. So all linkages, web links are available. The TDF is also there, and even other links are also available for giving all the opportunities.
Fine. Thank you. Thank you very much. Since we are running out of time,
Yeah.
I'd request our next panelist,
Thank you, sir.
distinguished member from GRAC, Mr. Mahendran, to do his presentation. And I'm sure it's going to be very interesting about the work that the MSMEs could do for GRAC.
See presentation. Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon to all. First, we are expressing our sincere thanks to BCCI. And mic is okay? Okay. Good afternoon to all. First, we are expressing our sincere thanks to BCCI for giving this opportunity to meet with you peoples. And further, we are expressing our, today I am expressing my sincere thanks to our session chairman, Air Chief Marshal Arup Raga sir, and Arjun Kumar sir, and Ajit Banerjee sir. With this small introduction, I am going to my presentation. You people are aware of that GRSC is located in Calcutta. It has 4 units. With that coverage, small coverage, we will go into that presentation. It will take you to give the full scenario on our present business, as well as our project, current project, and business opportunity for MSMEs as well as all the sectors which you are eyeing for. So the presentation will go like that. Our GRSC glance and profile and product profile as well as our facilities, business opportunities for you, which you are willing to see, and the vendor development, and registration procedure and our contact details. So this is our GRSC glance, founded in 1884, taken over by government in 1960. And we are the profit-making and dividend-paying company since last 29 years. Miniratna Category 1 company, having 1,700 employees near about. Other employees, we are not mentioning here contract. We are giving maximum work as the outsource. We are the integrator. You see, ship is look like one small village, so we are using each and every material, from the morning needs to evening needs. So we record each and every material, and the material we are procuring through GEM portal as well as our website. And vendor registration data bank is with us. Based on that, we are procuring this procurement. So this is our company profile. We have 3 divisions. One is shipbuilding divisions, which involves in the ship construction. It has 3 units, main units located in Calcutta, and fitting out jetty and Rajabagan unit. All are nearby, within 2 kilometers surrounding. And another one, our vertical is Bailey Bridge. The high altitude bridge we are making, like a fabrication. These bridges we are doing in GRS, that means Calcutta unit. That is also near 1.5 kilometer away from the main unit. And another one unit, that is which in the shipbuilding area duct machinery equipments we are procuring, that means we are making own. That also one unit is there, and technical training center. Another one vertical, that is diesel engine plant, which is in Ranchi. So this is our technical training center for making the trade apprentice and utilize for the trainings to the freshers. So I am just moving the slide. From the beginning itself, I am saying our GRSE website, grse.in. The entire details available in our website. Whatever this main unit picture, whatever we are showing in the PPT for just exploring to you, the entire data available in our website, anytime you may see, and what opportunity we are available for MSME, which item we are procuring. Last 6 months we are procured items details, and further orders which we are willing to place, that means tender. These data are available, our vendor registration procedure is available. So I am just requesting you to go into our website grse.in, and for our today topic, that is opportunity in defense. So in the defense, already our Arjun Kumar sir explained regarding defense facility and what other schemes are available for you. With that, another one portal is there, that is trigendefense.gov.in, which item we are procured from foreign, that means import item. These items data are available there. You may go through that. If any item, these items here, Arjun Kumar sir already said, the positive indigenization list, which government is identified few item and embargo placed. These data are available. You please go through the website, you select your own item. If you are interested to join with us, you can come through DRDO or come to approach us, we will take care of further. You can give your interest in the portal itself, trigendefense.gov.in. You please go through that. Another one, this opportunity available in the defense, in the common area I am saying about. Another one portal, ministry is shortly they will plan to launch that IDM portal. That portal also take you to some highlights. It will be launched shortly. Another one, all are aware of that, GEM. GEM portal, maximum government procurement including defense, all are placed in the GEM portal. If you come through the GEM portal, you can find out your opportunities, how much available with you. With that defense coverage, I am going into the GRSE coverage, what we are procuring, what we are giving opportunity to our sub-vendor. So this is another one unit. This is the first unit, main unit. You can see our facility, launching areas, and as well as our jetties details are available, and dry dock details, all the details are available in the single slide. We try to cover up in the single slide in considering the time duration. And this is a fitting out jetty, and this is the Rajabagan unit. This is our product profile, what we are done earlier. GRSE completed more or less 788 vessels delivered as on today. Out of that, 109 is a warship. These details are available in the single slide. These are our major product. We are just moving into that. If you want to know the single project, what is the details and other thing, you can go into our website. An outline idea, frigates, missile corvette, ASWC corvette, these details are available. How much we are produced, that numbers also available. So fleet tankers, landing ship tank, LCUs, the water jet, this is the ship varieties. And another some special items like hovercraft and boat, that is a FIP boat, FRP boats. These boats also we are making. These are commercial vessels. So this is the Bailey Bridge snapshot. You can see through the recently in Calcutta, not recently, the 2 years back, what the bridge collapsed in Majorgad, that is built by us within the short span of time. This is a high altitude area where the Bailey Bridge are used, And more or less GRSE built 5,000 more bridges. And it is export to our neighboring countries also. The details available in the portal. These are duct machinery equipments what we are manufacturing in our unit. These items are fabricated item and machined components, assembling the components. So anyone can participate in this activity. If anyone interested, they can approach us through website. Otherwise, they can come to us also. So these are our facility. At a time, we can make 20 ships, 8 large and 12 small. So these are our capabilities. And the business opportunity, which one you are eyeing for? So out of our business, 20% is shipbuilding business and outsource 15%, and other OEM is 65%. Now you will ask, what is our order value? The 65% you are shown, what is our order value? That we try to give in the single slide. This is our current ongoing project. P-17 Alpha, that is major big ships that is going on in the 3, and other vessels we are giving into the single snapshot. The total project is at present, total ship numbers are in 26. You can see our order book value in our website and as well as our media platform like Facebook and Twitter. This more or less 23,000 crore. And these financial data you can see in the website as well as our CMD sir, every ship launching. That time we are giving snapshot. You please refer these areas. Yes. And this is our vendor base. At present we have 2,221 and out of that MSC vendor 948. And this MSME SCST vendor and a woman vendor, that also we are given in the single slab. This is our procurement data. You are asking how much we are procuring. This year-wise we are trying to give. These you can see our achievement 25% record, but we already achieved more than 15%, 62% last year. So these are our equipment what we are procuring regularly. This is hull equipment, hull items. And these other that equipments and fittings what we are procuring regularly. With that, we are coming into the services area which we are giving highlight now. You can see hull block fabrication, hull outfit, insulation work. Recently we given into the GEM portal also. These tenders are available. This area we want service vendor who is doing the service like outsourcing activity. If anybody interested in these areas, like you see hull block fabrication, hull out activity and insulation work, plumbing area, cabling, electrical work, compartment preparation, if anybody has the riverfront area and if they are willing to participate in our hull block activity, they are warmly welcome. And ship repair activity, shortly we are going into the ship, already we are in the business, now we are making boom. Our CMDs are eyeing for that suitable vendor for ship repair activity also. With that small base, I will go into the vendor development. What we are expecting from our vendor? What is the criteria for selecting the vendor? The fellow is technically capable. This is applicable for everywhere in the defense area. As the defense sector, we need the technical capable fellow and financial strength required and strength in the core business. These single slide we try to cover up. So these vendor management, what initiative we are taken, the details are available in our website, how many vendors are available, which item we are procuring regularly, that details are available in website. All are requested to go into that website. So these MSME encouragement, what we are doing, now the topic is business for MSME in the for MSMEs in defense. So that encouragement what we are doing, that we a single slide we try to give it to you. So these items what we are procuring from MSME regularly, these data are available in the website. Already our today chairman, he's already mentioned. due to the shortage of time, we are moving into, I am moving the slide. You please go through, anybody interested, they can approach us. My colleague is there, Mr. Debashish Bhattacharya. You can approach him also, he is sitting there. So with that, this is a list I am moving up. You just go through that in the website, you can go. So especially we coming into the service area once again, these data are available, including painting, dry survey, machinery installation, plumbing area, hull fabrication area. We are warmly welcoming newcomers. So these, with the small shell, we are going into the registration part. Vendor registration, you can see in our website, this is a view of website. You can see topmost right side, in the second right, you can see vendor registration online. You can click the button, you can get the menu. That flow what we are given, that procedure, how it moving into the portal. So these, with that, due to the time taken, we are completing our slide. Further, if any questions, we will take it up in the question answer. These are our contact details, our office address, our phone number and website detail, and vendor cell controlled by Mrs. Chitra Nandi, her mobile number and email ID, and materials department GM, his mobile number and email ID, and nodal point for the procurement as well as MSME issues. The nodal officer details given, and vendor cell, myself and my colleague details are given. With that small shot, we are completing our presentation. Thank you for all.
Thank you, Mr. Mahendran. Very nice presentation, very informative. I would request that the presentation be left with BCC and I. So if anybody is interested in accessing the information that is available for further use, please make it available. BCCI, I would request the management to. Okay. Now we'll move on to the MSME participants, speaker in this seminar or session now, Ms. Dr. Arijit Banerjee, to speak about his endeavor in serving the defense forces with his innovations and the products of his company. Thank you.
Thank you, ACM Raha, the honorable dignitaries on the dais, and all my MSME friends. Very good evening. I think post-lunch session is very, very crucial. So we'll start it with a small activity if you're all willing to do. Can we have all of you stand up? You can sit down, actually. Today we take pride to be, felicitating and facilitating the MSME Day, the World MSME Day. We being a MSME should take pride in ourselves. Never we get such moment of getting a pat on the back, but this is time to pat our own backs, I guess. So a big round of applause for all of the MSMEs who are here, because we are the 100 or 100 plus odd numbers out of the 54 lakhs present in, as per the data available on MSME website, who are registered under Udyam. So not only being, the people who are employing regularly, so employee generation or employment generation, but there are many who are actually leaving their employment and joining this. So MSME, the Ministry of MSME is such a ministry in India today, which not only actually makes the unskilled, the semi-skilled, the non-skilled or the highly skilled, or maybe who do not get a job into a employable resource, but also in many cases, like my personal example, they have made an employee into an employer today. So that's the beauty of this department. I talk so much about this department because I am also the domain expert and selection committee member for Government of India MSME department. And that makes me feel very proud. I'm sure once we are going back, we are the brand ambassadors of today, and we should, feel proud about the fact, tagging ourselves as proud to be MSME on our social media. Now, the theme of this particular year, 2023, is all about sustainability. So, I think all of us are sustainable. That is why we are here, because we have all seen the post-COVID era, how it has gone through for us. I can only, shine and believe in only one word that you will also start believing after I repeat, that दिल से भारतीय हूँ और दिमाग से हिंदुस्तानी, यही है हर MSME की अपनी अपनी कहानी. How many of you agree to this? So my highlight of today being on the dais is we have to speak more about how we can engage ourselves into defense procurement or be a part of the defense process. I have a personal experience of around 4 years serving the defense with my products and services, of course. And prior to that, I being a 1998 SSC batch, I had the privilege of working as a military force resource as well. So being in that part of the thing, perfection is most important because there is no retake in defense actually. So you will all understand how much important it will be for your products quality wise, aspiration wise to be perfect. So that's important. Number two, I think being a MSME, we all look up on the fact that how do we engage ourselves. So engagement के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा अहमियत आपको इसमें रखना पड़ेगा कि when you are doing business with defense organizations, apart from the normal protocol of business, आपका जज्बा होना चाहिए कि you should be in a way serving the motherland also, because profit is not the ultimate motive when you are supplying and doing business with defense. Coming back to certain, from the morning we have been talking about quality and assurances and how do we get into understanding that which quality certifications are right or wrong. But I think recently Government of India has launched their own parameters of MSMEs to get quality certifications, which is ZED. And I think I welcome all of you. There are only a handful of 85 people, 85 organizations in West Bengal currently out of 54 lakhs, as I said, who are ZED certified as on today. So I'd like all of you to go into the portal. It's a very easy certification that you get, and it has categories basis your organization volume of business and the kind of work you do. That certification is going to be equivalent to ISO in the next 5 years, if I am not wrong. The government has also launched this Yuva portal. We always crib, especially MSMEs, we crib of not having sufficient manpower. So the government has recently launched the Yuva portal, which you can all take benefit of by engaging interns from colleges. So it's more of a partnership of the industry and academia, so that people who are getting out of colleges or universities are industry ready. At the same time, we also at no leverage costs get some manpower and engage them in our daily activities. Coming to my story, almost all are aware in this room. But however, we have been working with defense, especially the BRO, the Border Road Organization, the MES, the Military Engineering Services, and also the Indian Army, especially in Nathula and Tawang borders. The basic challenge there is, of course, decomposing human waste, because the kind of altitude and temperatures that they have do not meet those requirements of having a normal toilet. So that is when we tried an opportunity of getting them bio toilets in the last 4-5 years, and that has been immensely successful. Somebody who is visiting Nathula and Baba Harbhajan Mandir in the recent times can actually experience having this kind of toilets. And especially working with defense is always a pride, a fun, because you get to know so many things which you have otherwise not learned in the entire life possibly. So more or less that's all from my side, and to end this session with my speech, I would like to thank once again BCCI for the opportunity. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram. Thank you.
I think we're running short of time, but I'm sure we'll have about 5 minutes for a question and answer session. Are there any questions? Yes. Please name the panelists to whom you want to ask the question, and then you can go with the question. Only one question. Right. Can you give me the mic, please?
Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
My name is Tapan Kumar Majumdar. I am a young man of 78 plus. And the reason I came here, I saw on the Facebook that word vendor empowerment and capacity building. Empowerment and capacity building is the other word for skill development. You are empowering by skill only. So that took me here. But one thing, Air Chief Marshal sir, you said that in defense production corridor, there is, took my point out from your mouth. Chennai is one corridor and UP is another corridor. And you also mentioned very rightly, like a good man, that West Bengal is not there. That is my point. Myself, why I came, I worked into gun and shell factory Kashipur in the year 1963.
You're taking too long to ask the question. We'll run out of time.
Yes.
5 minutes only.
Just a minute, please. You will understand my point. So I entered as an apprentice and I took advanced training. So I feel very sorry that so far eastern part of India is concerned, especially West Bengal, this is like a desert. So far skill is concerned, this is like a desert. Please do something. By that, MSMEs will improve. This is my point.
Fine.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the observation. Your observation is quite all right, but the solution is not in our hands actually. Yeah. But we have a lot of people. Yeah, GRSE is there and other, I think I should not be speaking only about Bengal. I represent India. But definitely I think we need to do much more for the eastern region. And it has been deprived for whatever reason, political or otherwise. In the beginning, during the British time, this ordnance factories, the board headquarters are still, I think, in Calcutta, and so many ordnance factories are there. But thereafter, nothing much came in terms of PSUs and DPSUs or DRDO laboratories. So we need to do something about it, and that is more of a political solution than an industrial solution or other solutions you can think of. Right. The next question. Please make the question short and to the point so that we have something useful. Yeah.
You need a separate registration.
Your option. Actually, what happened? Our maximum. I think you are from paint manufacturer.
Yes, yes.
So that's your option. Our maximum order are placed in our website also, as well as in the GEM portal. So as understood, morning also you are asking about the paint related activities. So these you can go through the GEM also, as well as in our portal also. Out of that, you can register in with us also. You can submit your data through our website. At that time, what happened? Automatically, that mail will go to you for informing these tenders are available and these facilities are. That means tenders are floated. These data will come to you. So that's your option for that.
Any other question? Specifically for Mr. Banerjee, Dr. Banerjee? Right. Okay, then I would like to thank the panelists for having done an excellent job. It's very, very enlightening and informative addresses that they made. And I'm sure the MSMEs reps who are present here will benefit from this interaction today. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Shri Raha and panelists for a most enlightening discussion. Now I would request our director, Bengal Chamber, Ms. Somamitra Mukherjee, to kindly present mementos to the distinguished panelists. Shri Raha. Mr. M. Mahendran. Dr. Arijit Banerjee. Thank you panelists. Now we'll just have a group photo, if you could kindly stand up. Thank you, panelists. Thank you. We'll do a quick changeover. And also I would like to now invite Mr. Ishan Bajpai from Melt Rapid Solutions. Melt Rapid is one of the incubatees of Bengal Chamber. So if you could kindly give a quick presentation of your company. Mr. Ishan Bajpai.
अभी यही स्क्रीन लगा रहने दीजिएगा, ठीक है? यही स्क्रीन लगा मेरे में, मेरा 1 मिनट का है बस. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving. These are some wise words I've read actually, spoken by Martin Luther King Jr. Right? And after hearing today all the stalwarts about the MSME Day and how MSME is empowering the growth, one thing I have learned is that you need to keep moving forward with your work, with your business, with your board and everything. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ishan Bajpai. I'm founder of Melt, a Startup India recognized startup and a BCCI Webel Tech incubated here in Calcutta itself. We are a rapid prototyping 3D printing solution provider, actually a leading 3D printing solution provider across East India. And we have been working across different industrial verticals since 4.5 years. And today I've got a moment to just share a brief about what we do. We are basically into the business of product design, development, 3D printing lab setup, anything related to product design and development, we are the one to call, right? You can see our logo just at the right side of all the sponsors out there. Although, we have been working across different industries as of now with IoTs, defense, mold making, but it's always good to have some more in your portfolio. And we have our stall just right outside the gate, and we are looking forward to interacting with you all for any kind of product development and designing needs, and hope to see you soon there. Thank you.